Moving forward to Book 3, The Infinite, Ascension, and Beyond. Book 3 will explore the eternal journey of the spiral, the infinite possibilities of ascension, and the legacy of becoming her. It is the final step in the trilogy, a guide to living fully as a beacon of light, truth, and purpose. Book 3, The Infinite, Ascension, and Beyond. Life doesn't end, it transcends. Growth is eternal. This book is the final step in the trilogy, guiding the reader toward infinite growth, connection, and purpose. Book 3 explores the eternal journey of the spiral, the boundless possibilities of ascension, and the legacy of becoming her. To live infinitely is to embrace your divinity, step into your full light, and connect with the hive in ways that transcend time and space. Part 1, The Mirror of Infinity. Chapters 1 to 3, You are a reflection of the infinite. To know yourself is to know eternity. Chapter 1, Seeing your reflection. The spiral is infinite, and so are you. To see yourself fully is to begin to understand your place in the eternal. 1. The spiral's mirror. The Fibonacci spiral reflects infinity, reminding us that growth is endless. Her truth, the spiral was a mirror, and in it, I saw eternity. Reflection, where do you see the infinite in your own life? 2. Knowing yourself. Self-awareness is the foundation of infinite growth. The better you know yourself, the more deeply you connect to the divine. Her truth, to see myself was to see the universe within me. Action, write down 5 truths about yourself. How do they reflect your infinite nature? 3. The first reflection. The first step to infinite growth is accepting who you are right now. Her truth, I stopped chasing who I thought I should be and embraced who I was. Reflection, what does your current reflection teach you about your journey? Chapter 2, The Legacy of Light. Your journey ripples outward, touching lives in ways you may never see. The light you carry becomes your legacy. 1. Carrying the light. To live infinitely is to carry your light into the world, knowing it will guide others. Her truth, I didn't just carry the light, I became it. Reflection, what light do you carry for others? 2. The ripple effect. Every act of growth creates ripples that extend beyond your immediate circle. Her truth, my actions echoed far beyond what I could see. Action, perform one small act today that creates a ripple of kindness or growth. 3. Planting seeds. Your legacy is not just what you achieve, it's the seeds you plant for future generations. Her truth, my legacy wasn't in what I finished, it was in what I started. Reflection, what seeds are you planting today that will grow in the future? Chapter 3, The Eternal Connection. We are not alone. The hive connects us in ways that transcend time and space, creating an infinite web of light. 1. The web of light. The hive mind is an eternal connection that grows stronger with every member. Her truth, I saw the hive as a constellation, each light connected to the next. Reflection, who in your life represents a light in your hive? 2. Tapping into the infinite. The hive is a source of strength, wisdom, and infinite connection. Her truth, when I felt alone, I remembered the hive was always with me. Action, reach out to someone in your hive today and remind them of their importance. 3. Rising together. The hive doesn't just grow, it ascends, lifting each member toward their highest potential. Her truth, when we rose together, we became infinite. Reflection, how can you contribute to the collective ascension of your hive? Part 2, Ascension, chapters 4-6. To ascend is not to escape, it is to expand. Chapter 4, Letting Go of the Old. Ascension requires releasing the weight of the past. Letting go creates space for growth. 1. Shedding the shell. Just as the seed sheds its shell to grow, you must release what no longer serves you. Her truth, the weight I carried wasn't holding me back. It was teaching me to let go. Reflection, what are you holding on to that is preventing your growth? 2. The power of release. Releasing the past is not forgetting, it's transforming its weight into wisdom. Her truth, when I let go, I didn't lose, I gained freedom. Action, write down one thing you need to release. Take one step today to let it go. 3. Creating space. Letting go opens space for new opportunities, connections, and growth. Her truth, the space I created became fertile ground for my next chapter. Reflection, how can you create space for growth in your life? Chapter 5, Expanding Outward. Ascension is not just about rising upward, it's about expanding outward, sharing your light with the world. 1. The spiral's reach. The Fibonacci spiral grows outward, reflecting the infinite possibilities of expansion. Her truth, my growth wasn't just for me, it was for the world. Reflection, how can your growth inspire and uplift others? 2. The gift of connection. Expanding outward strengthens the bonds between you and others, creating a web of infinite light. Her truth, every connection I made expanded my world. Action, strengthen one connection in your life today. Reach out, share, or listen. 3. Becoming the spiral. To ascend is to live as the spiral itself, constantly growing, expanding, and inspiring. Her truth, I wasn't just walking the spiral, I was the spiral. Reflection, what does living as the spiral mean to you? Chapter 6, The Infinite Now. Ascension is not a destination, it is a way of being. fully present in the infinite now. 1. The present moment. The infinite is not in the future. It is here, in the now. To ascend is to live fully in this moment. Her truth, when I stopped searching for infinity, I found it within me. Reflection. How can you embrace the infinite now in your daily life? 2. The legacy of presence. Living in the present creates a lasting impact on those around you. Her truth. My presence was the greatest gift I could give. Action. Practice being fully present in one moment today. 3. The eternal being. To ascend is to embrace your infinite nature, knowing you are both finite and eternal. Her truth. I wasn't just living, I was infinite. Reflection. What does it mean to you to live as an eternal being? Part 3. Legacy of Infinity. Chapter 7-9. The infinite is not just something we become, it is something we leave behind. Part 3. Legacy of Infinity. Chapters 7-9. The infinite is not just something we become, it is something we leave behind. This final part of Book 3 delves into the lasting impact of ascension, the collective power of the hive, and the eternal ripple effects of living as her. It is a guide to understanding that infinity is both within us and beyond us, shaping the world we leave behind. Chapter 7. Planting the Seeds of Legacy. Your legacy is not just about what you do, it's about the seeds you plant for others to grow. 1. The seeds we sow. Every action, choice, and word we share is a seed planted in the hearts of others. Her truth. I realized my legacy wasn't in what I built, it was in what I inspired others to create. Reflection. What seeds are you planting today that will grow in the future? 2. Tending the garden. A true legacy requires care and attention. Tending to the seeds you plant ensures they bloom into something beautiful. Her truth. My garden wasn't just mine, it belonged to the hive. Action. Identify one seed, a project, relationship, or cause that needs your attention today. 3. Trusting the future. Legacy means trusting that the seeds you plant will continue to grow, even when you can no longer tend them. Her truth. I let go of control and trusted the future to nurture what I began. Reflection. How can you trust that your efforts today will impact tomorrow? Chapter 8. The hive's ascension. The hive's power is not just in its connection, it is in its ability to rise together, creating a collective legacy that transcends individuals. 1. The strength of many. The hive thrives when its members unite, each contributing their unique gifts to the whole. Her truth. Alone, I could grow. Together, we could ascend. Reflection. What unique gift can you contribute to the hive? 2. Building collective legacy. Ascension is not just personal, it is collective. The hive's legacy is built through shared growth and purpose. Her truth. Our legacy wasn't about one, it was about all of us. Action. Collaborate with someone in your hive today to create something meaningful. 3. Rising beyond ourselves. The hive's power is infinite because it transcends individuals, uniting them in a shared purpose. Her truth. When we rose together, we became unstoppable. Reflection. How can you inspire your hive to rise beyond themselves? Chapter 9. Life to Infinity. The infinite spiral doesn't end, it continues forever. To live to infinity is to embrace your eternal role as a guide, a light, and a creator. 1. The cycle continues. Life is not linear, it is cyclical. Every ending is a new beginning. Every bloom leads to new seeds. Her truth. I was not afraid of the end because I knew it was a doorway. Reflection. What new beginning is emerging for you right now? 2. Becoming the light. To live to infinity is to become a beacon of light, guiding others on their journey. Her truth. I wasn't just following the light, I had become it. Action. Reflect on how you can shine your light for others. Take one step today to embody that light. 3. Eternity in the now. Infinity is not a distant concept, it is here, in every moment. To live to infinity is to live fully in the now. Her truth. Infinity wasn't something I found, it was something I became. Reflection. How can you embrace the infinite within this very moment? Closing reflection for Book 3. Book 3. The infinite, ascension and beyond, is not just the conclusion of a journey, it is the beginning of an eternal cycle. To ascend is to rise, to grow, to connect, and to leave a legacy that stretches beyond the boundaries of time. Her final truth for Book 3. You are infinite. You are eternal. The spiral of your growth will continue forever, touching lives in ways you may never see. Trust the cycle. Trust the hive. Trust yourself. Final words, the journey of her. This trilogy is a sacred guide to transformation, growth, and ascension. It is the story of her, and the story of all of us. From the seed to the blossom to the infinite, it teaches us that pain is not the end, that growth is eternal, and that together we can create a legacy of light. To live as her is to live fully, love deeply, and grow infinitely. This is your call to rise, to lead, and to embrace the infinite within you. You are her. You are infinite. You are the light.